Hey believers, this is Jamie. We are getting ready to go into our time of fasting. I'm going to introduce you to Brittany here in just a moment. But our fast, just a reminder, it begins on Ash Wednesday, which is March the 6th. It goes all the way to Good Friday. We're having a service where we're going to have communion, and we will celebrate the end of the fast then. That is on April the 19th. And if you hear the word fasting and you're like, I don't know about that, it seems kind of weird, maybe you're not all that familiar with it, think of it this way: it's refraining from physical food for a spiritual purpose. That is the whole idea behind what fasting is. And even though, like in a church context, you might think that sounds kind of weird, in our culture, people are doing this all the time. There's a Whole30, the beginning of the year, people are doing cleanses. You hear about all those kinds of things all the time. It's just like that, only different, because this is about spiritual stuff. It's about using food as a tool to draw us closer to God and abstaining from certain foods so that we're drawn into this closer relationship with God. We yearn for certain foods. We're going to use that yearning to draw us to the heart of God. So that's what we're going to do. And I know what some of you are thinking. You mess with my money. You tell me to give. You start messing with my time, first 15. But please don't mess with my food. And I'm not going to mess with your food. That's why she's here. So Brittany, tell us a little bit about yourself and why the food thing for you. Why did I bring you here to talk about food?
So my name is Brittany Cook, and I have been living a plant-based lifestyle, meaning basically just the Daniel fast, for the last 12 years.
You mean you can do it for more than 40 days?
I know!
Oh, blowing my mind.
I know. Actually, the American Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics has approved a whole food plant-based diet, which is the Daniel fast, the Daniel plan, for every stage of life, from pregnancy, lactation, to childhood, and senior citizens, and everything.
So we're talking about a radical 40-day approach. It could be your entire life approach.
Yes.
But we're not talking about that. We're just talking about 40 days.
No, we're not saying that everybody needs to do that, but we're saying that you could.
You could.
So we also do, part of our family and our community, we do whole food plant-based meal prep classes. So we work with people on how to incorporate some of these ideas. Yep. My background is in public health with emphasis in nutrition, and so I have like a little diploma on my wall that says I get to do this too.
Good, because we need someone who's certified to walk us through this. Not certifiable, certified.
Oh, okay.
Walk us through this. All right?
Yes. So anyways, so I'm excited to be able to do
Good.
this. I think that it's really great, and I love that we can do it and incorporate Jesus with it. So.
Absolutely.
All right. So while the fast isn't all about the health of our body, what's really cool about incorporating this type of dietary change is that it is really beneficial for our bodies. And by doing these few things for 40 days, even if people don't stay on this for forever, that there can be a lot of positive changes that people will be able to make and take from the fast, which can be really beneficial. A whole food plant-based diet is also a diet that's shown not just to prevent chronic diseases, but also to reverse even some chronic diseases by changing your diet, eliminating a lot of the processed foods that we have in the standard American diet, and moving to whole food options can reverse things like diabetes and heart disease and obesity, which is really great. It's things that cause people a lot of issues in their life, so we're happy to be able to move people away from those things.
Absolutely.
So, okay, so the last thing I want to say before we go into some tips for the fast is that a lot of people are like, well, where am I going to get my protein? And what about, I'm not going to get enough vitamins and minerals and all that kind of stuff.
Because we've been conditioned to think a certain way about food.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
But what's great about a whole food plant-based diet, as the American Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics has told us, is that you can get everything that you need, all of your macronutrients, your fat, your carbohydrates, your protein, and all of your micronutrients, your vitamins, and your minerals, when you eat a variety of whole food plant-based products.
Okay.
And you also have to eat them in large quantity, which I think is really
I like
cool.
that.
I know, right? Everybody wants to eat lots of food. So you can do that when you eat a diet that looks like this.
Okay.
Don't be afraid to eat lots. And don't be afraid to be full. You don't have to be hungry just because you're eating plants. And you can eat lots of different things. So you will get everything you need from eating a diet like this.
That's awesome.
Okay, so 3 tips for a successful fast. Number 1, Set a challenging but attainable goal. So in setting your goal, know your what and your why. What exactly are you going to do? Are you going to do a very strict Daniel fast? Are you just going to eliminate a few things from your diet?
Yeah.
Because this can be a really big change for some people.
Yeah. So you hit on that. That's a big deal because while we are talking about a Daniel fast, we want you to know that maybe this is too big a leap for everybody, but there are alternatives that you can pursue. And we're going to put some of those links in here, but like the Daniel plan is a lot of clean eating, but it still maintains some meats and that kind of thing. And maybe for you, that would be ginormous leap, and that would be the thing for you. Or maybe for you, it's not food at all. Maybe it's social media, whatever it is for you. Like we're all going to participate in a fast. Many of us are going to participate in the Daniel fast, but that may not be for you. So that's a really good word to define exactly what it is going to be for you, because that's important.
So do that what and do the why you're going to do this change, maybe what you're praying over during the fast, and then write that down and put that somewhere that you and all of your people can see it. Also know where you're starting and where you're going to, which is kind of what we just talked about. If you don't ever cook, do not make it a goal that you're going to cook every meal from scratch.
You set yourself up to fail.
Yeah, so it needs to be attainable.
Yep.
Okay, so second tip, plan.
It's a good tip.
Yes, you got to have a plan. So know what you're going to eat throughout the week. That means maybe you're having a meal plan, you have recipes. In our house, what we do is we actually have a plan for the week, and then we repeat it every single week.
Yeah.
So we always have the same thing. It's really simple. You know what your grocery shopping is. You know what your meal prep needs to be. So that means you plan, if you know you have busy weeknights, you plan weekend cooking, or you plan to eat out, because even if you eat out and you have that plan, that's still a plan.
Sure.
So, and you can know where to eat, and we're going to talk about that another time too.
Yep.
And we'll have some links to talk about that too. Okay, so number 3 is to have a team. You got to have your people who are on board with you, who are going to support you.
Yeah.
And I hope that a lot of families will do this together. We talked about that this is not just a safe diet, but is a really beneficial diet for families to do together.
Yeah.
So get everybody involved, get cooking together in the kitchen. You can even do some videos. Kids love like YouTube.
Yeah.
You can have your own YouTube channel and like video your family cooking. So whatever you do with stuff like that, we want you to post it on social, any social, #BelieversFast, and then you can follow other people doing it.
Very good.
I'm really excited
And
about that.
that's one of the goals of doing it church-wide is that you can invite people from your B group or friends that you
Serving
serve
team.
with.
Yep.
Exactly. So you're not doing it alone. You're doing it in community, and that's why we put this emphasis together. You can do a fast anytime you want, but there's something powerful about doing it together. Community is important.
Absolutely. So, we hope that you guys will join it, whether you do a strict Daniel fast or however you incorporate this. We're excited to see what Jesus does through our fast.
Very good.